Welcome to the series of lectures on file handling and exceptions. I am Vishnu Shakti, Assistant Professor, RMD Engineering College. In the previous lecture, I was discussing about file handling in Python. We saw a list of file modes and file methods used to write and read from a file. Below is an example for reading and writing content from a file. The first step in file handling is to open the file using file mode. So here fh is a file variable associated for opening the file and R mentions that R is read mode. Read method is used to read the content from a text file. In case if the number of bytes is not specified, read method reads the entire content of the file or it reads a specific number of bytes from the file. Read line is a method that is used to read lines from a file. And write method is used to write the content to your existing opened file. And finally, close method is used to close the opened file. Moving on to exceptions. An exception is a runtime anomaly or it is an abnormal condition which results in disruption of the flow of the program. It occurs at runtime, so it is a runtime anomaly. A classical example of exception is dividing by 0. So below example reads an input A and read B input and C is assigned to the remainder of A by B. In case if the user enters B value as 0, zero division error occurs or exception occurs which halts the execution of the program. Exceptions can be of many kind. So here are the list of common exceptions such as zero division error, name error, indentation error, input output error and end of error. Name error occurs when a name is not found, either a local variable or a global variable. Indentation error occurs if correct indentation is not given. And IO error occurs when either an input or output operation fails. E of error or end of error occurs when an end of file is reached and yet operations of read and write are performed on the file. Exceptions in Python are handled using try and except block. The code that raises an exception is placed inside the try block and the alternative action for exception is placed inside the except block. If an error is encountered in execution, the try block code is kept and transferred to the except block. An except clause can also be defined with no exceptions. The below is the syntax for defining a except clause with no exceptions. Below is an example which demonstrates the use of except with IO error. In this example, we try to open a file, test file with write mode and try to write the sentence "This is my test file for exception handling" inside the test file. In case if the input output operation is successfully done, then the else block gets executed. Otherwise, an IO error is thrown and the except block handles the input output operation failure error. This is an example for except clause with multiple exception. Except clause with multiple exceptions can also be defined.